Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're one of my subscribers. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. So if you're not familiar with my car, my 370Z, I am doing a Whipple Supercharger build. This big box is supposed to be the entire Whipple Supercharger kit, minus the actual Whipple from Whipple Supercharger, and the heat exchanger from Bell intercoolers. So those are the two things that I already have, that I've already done openings for. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this, and while I do so, explain a few things. So this got shipped out on Tuesday to me because Monday was a holiday. I'm currently waiting on, which should come tomorrow, I decided to go ahead and upgrade my oil cooler to a 34 row cooler, the same as the transmission cooler that I already hooked up. I did not obviously hook it up to the car, I just mounted it. I am gonna hook up the oil cooler, as like mount it and hook the lines up in that. I'm replacing my 25 row Stillen oil cooler. Obviously, I'm going to keep all the parts for the Stillen cooler. I'm going to keep those, but oh wow, so there's a lot of boxes in here. I'm going to keep that part of it. That way, the thermostatic plate and all of that. That way, it doesn't run too cold. I don't think it will, but here we go. So there's a ton of boxes. I don't know what's in each box. Knock out this circle, withdraw hose from hole as required. So I'm assuming this is a box of hosing. I'm gonna have to take a look in a little bit. There's a ton of boxes in here. So I'm gonna pull all of these out and then open each one. So bear with me here, there's a lot of boxes. Jeez. All right. Obviously, I don't want to lose anything. I don't want to lose anything within this process. But starting tomorrow and this weekend, I am going to start all the prep work of this kit. Top of the engine, like empty filler. Okay, so there's a lot in here. Oh jeez, and they're not exactly light. That box was extremely heavy. Christmas presents. Here we go. The dynamic fuel injectors. I'm not sure what that is. Then we have the single outlet radiator mount pump weld-in plate, and I think that's everything. Alright, so that's everything in the box, which is obviously a lot. Man, alright, so I don't want to fully unwrap everything. I don't want to lose anything. I want to make sure I keep everything in the boxes that came with, because Bobby, the plan is Bobby from RJM, he's an awesome person. He understands the 370Z very well. That way there's no mistakes, no improper install. Being one of the first, I'm not the first, but I'm one of the few. There's 4 cars right now that have had the kit installed at some point. I apologize for the noise in the background because the wife and them... Okay, as I was saying, wife and them came home from grocery shopping. I don't want to fully open everything up because obviously I don't want to lose any of the parts, but this is the top plate. Mind you, I don't know what everything is. I'm still I'm car savvy, but I don't know everything there is to know about cars. That's why I have, like I was saying, Bobby. He is coming out kind enough to do this Whipple install. I do plan on recording everything. That way there's no mess ups, no mistakes, anything like that. So this looks like it has a bunch of water neck fitting, some wiring. I think this is the single outlet radiator mounted water pump. So this is the water pump that I'm gonna have to hook up for the radiator. Heat exchanger, intercooler, however you want to call it. So obviously that's what this is. I don't want to fully open that up because I don't want to lose any of the parts. All right, so that's that. My pile will slowly get bigger. This box is going to be, okay. So I had to mail this to Bobby. This is the front of the Whipple. This is the front of the Whipple, and as you see, he has drilled out the holes wider, like that way I can have the bolts recessed. That way they're like sitting in more instead of it being the way that it is. And the bolts that go with it. So these are some of the things that I have to do prep work wise. Is I had to do it in a rush. I had to take this off and mail it to him, so I didn't have time to video record that, but it's not that difficult. I kind of was a little bit challenged taking it off because, well, let's just open it up just to show you the injectors, make sure they're all in there. So here is all fuel injectors. Each one of those, and the plugs that go for them. Let's put that over here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, which box? Let's go with this one. These ones look interesting. So I know that he boxed these intentionally a certain way, hence why I am going to be leaving these in the boxes that they came in. That way there's no separation. I just want to show each thing that it came with. So I believe this is where the fuel rails are going to sit. Oh, that can come right out. The bolts that come with it, which I don't want to lose. Look at that bad boy. So this is the heat exchanger. One of the heat exchangers that it sits on, and I don't want to let this get damaged at all. So I'm gonna put that right back in there. All right, so that's that. Let's go see what's in the stuff over here. Next in the kit. Here we go. Here's the heat exchanger. I'm sorry. I believe that's where the fuel rails sit. This is the beautiful. This is the heat exchanger. This is the heat exchanger for the actual sits on top of the Whipple. As well as the bolts are in there. Magnificent. This is so beautiful. I am like so psyched to get this thing installed in my car. It's crazy. I have been following this build, like I said in the past videos, I've been following this build for like 2 years since they decided to do this. They were debating on what type of supercharger kit to make, and they put it up for basically a poll, and this is what happened, and this is what won. So okay. So you have the lower intake manifold. It also has, let's see, it also has in here you have bolts, long and small bolts, as well as wiring and super glue. Small wiring and super glue. I'm not sure what this is going to be for. So these are things that we'll find out when Bobby comes and starts the install. So this is just a box of tubing. I'm gonna peek, but I don't think I need to. I'm still going to. Let's pile that in there. All right, so let's do this big box. I don't know which side's the top and which is the bottom. It doesn't say keep this side forward. Okay. This is all the pulleys. It looks like it's all the pulleys. I'm not quite sure. Oh, more hosing. Okay. So we have in this box, let me slide forward a little bit so I can show you guys. So you have rubber tubing for the heat exchanger. You have the pulleys. Clips to tie everything down. You have 3 different hosing, which I like that hosing. That's the same type of hosing I did for the rest of this stuff. I'm not going to unwrap. So this is the reservoir, the RJM reservoir for the heat exchanger, the front mounted intercooler heat exchanger, however you want to call it. There's also the brackets, the 2 brackets to mount the heat exchanger. A random loose washer. Not sure why that's just randomly laying in here, but I will leave it laying randomly in here. You have inlets. So I'm just trying to make sure I have everything back the way it came. That way it's just in here nicely. You have more brackets. All the lovely, these are all the pieces that he machined. So you can check out his website, RJM, it's RJ Manufacturing, that he has a Facebook page. I'll put a link in the description, especially if you want to order this kit. Then there's also, he also has his own page. I don't want to mess this up, but you have the Supercharger. Then you have the high flow fuel pump. This is the other thing that I have to hook up. So here's the high flow fuel pump. This is something I have to hook up. I plan on doing this weekend. So that's everything in this box. This box has seen better days, but that's everything in this box. And then the final we have some more boxes over here. Also keep in mind that he is going to be bringing with him or shipping. I'm not sure what he's doing. I have to reach out to him. He's actually made custom intakes, or is making custom intakes, one of the two, because that way I don't have to destroy my still-in intakes. I can turn around and sell those, recoup some of the cost. I also have an intake manifold that I need to sell. What's this? Ooh, yeah. So this is other stuff that, the bolts. This is the other stuff that I have to do, is put the actual Whipple part together and bolt it all up. So here is the lovely, so that way when he comes, here's the best part. So that is the underside. This is proof that this is mine. And I am number 2. A little bit of metal flake there. Looks like that got dented a little bit right there. That's a little bit scary. So yeah, and if you look, hopefully that doesn't need welding, because I don't know if you can see that. Let me move my face out of the way. If you look at that. I'm gonna have to send him a picture of that, so I'm gonna have to set this aside. But you can see where in the inside it was scraped at. Like someone like took a screwdriver scraping at it. That doesn't look good. Great. So we'll see. Like I said, I'll have to contact him about this one and find out what the deal is. But it does look damaged. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to take it to a shop to have that welded, sealed, because you don't want any vacuum leaks. You want no leaks whatsoever. And that kind of has me a little bit worried, because that looks like it goes through. Then you have the what is this? The intake tubes, throttle body. Well, it goes right before the throttle bodies. So the throttle body's attached to this. So that way, this is where my oil catch cans are going to hook up to. So that's something that he had added to my kit. I don't know if he's adding that to everyone else's kits or not. This is the other one. So I don't know if he's adding that to everyone's kit or just mine. We shall see how that goes. But I'm not sure, because that's only 1, not 2. So I'm not sure if maybe that's for an O2 sensor or something like that. That might be for something different that I'm not aware of. So that is almost everything. Then, like I said, I'm pretty sure this, yeah. So all this is black rubber hosing. So I'm not gonna open this, but that's everything that came in this kit. So, well, that's everything that he's sent so far. Like I said, there's intakes that he plans on either bringing with him or mailing them. And I'm still waiting on my torque converter. Mind you, I worked all day, so I'm a little bit tired. But I'm also waiting on the high stall torque converter. That's the other thing I need from him. I also got a bunch of Amazon packages. So I might as well go ahead and open those while you're here. So I ordered a bunch of other stuff to get this kit ready from Amazon, and that's what's in these boxes, because I need a bunch of different stuff in order to make this kit work that the kit doesn't come with. An example of this is a simple bottle, because I live in a cold climate, so the intercooler is going to need some antifreeze in it. so I don't need to keep that box. And then I believe this one is the tubing. So I needed the longer tubing for the intakes, or not for the intakes, from the intakes to either the throttle bodies. I'm not sure how he's gonna do it. Like, I think he's gonna put it to the intakes, but I'm not quite sure. But there's a bunch of stuff that I had ordered. This is tools. I'm not gonna bother opening that. But then you have, this is something else. This is I can't show you what that is. Sorry, I know, a bummer. And then these are, pretty sure I know what these are. Yeah, so these two bags are little things to keep the hosing. I got 2 of the 8AN and 2 of the 6AN. So this is probably the 8 and this is the 6. So that is everything that I've, oh no, that's not. There's one more box, I'm sorry. This is probably the hosing. I love Amazon because it has a bunch of like easy one-day shipping. Yeah, so I got a second kit. Comes with all the hosing. It comes with all the adapter ends and that. So I basically got 2 of the same kit. That way I have plenty of hosing. I can either use this for the... Alright, sorry about that. I had issues with the camera. So basically the transmission cooler, I could either use these hosing for the transmission cooler, or I can turn around and use it for the oil catch cans. So I can use it for either one. That's where I'm at right now with all of this. So that's everything. Please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe over here. Check out whatever YouTube recommends. There's a bunch of different videos. I don't know what it's going to recommend to you. I also have a playlist. I'll put it in the video description of all my 370Z videos. So it's basically covers this build from the start of all the different packages that have come in. So thanks for watching, and take care.